Hello there, everybody. I'm Richard Osman. Welcome back to House of Games, the show where four famous faces join me all week to do battle for this extraordinary trophy over there. You can take that through an airport scanner and it won't go off. That's the good news about it. It's just papier-mâché, painted silver. All week we've been playing a series of games. I just press this buzzer, a new game comes up, something silly, something ridiculous. Always play along, and our contestants all have to answer whatever they can. Shall we meet them? We have Nish Kumar, Anneka Rice,
Hello.
Clara Amfo,
Hi.
and Al Murray. So Wednesday, we've had 2 days already. Anneka, shall we remind everybody of the leaderboard?
OK.
As it stands?
A new tactic.
Oh, there's a caveat is there before we see it.
Yesterday, the tactic was to really want that towel. That
Yeah, the
didn't
towel,
work.
yes, the prize.
Didn't work, though.
Yeah.
Didn't work. So today I've had a light supper before the show.
Interesting.
And I'm thinking I have a bit of energy.
Do you?
Brain power.
On Monday, I said I needed snacks. Did I get them? No.
No.
Wednesday, right.
Let's see. So we were expecting big things. Let's take a look
Big
at the
things.
leaderboard, see how it's gone thus far tactically for you. Anneka, you're in a solid fourth with 2 points. Clara, 4 points. Al and Nish, both on 7 points, are two comedians in the lead. Clara,
Yes.
you've been unlucky both days. I'm going to go out there and say it.
I have been, but today's the day I'm going to claw it back.
Nish has won a show. Al has won a show. I want one of the two of you to win this,
Me
okay?
too.
OK, go.
Let's
For
do
the
it.
sake of Radio 1 and
And
Radio
two,
2,
yeah.
okay, we can't have radio beaten by comedy.
It's true, actually. That has given us the...
Nish, happy after your win?
I feel like winning one show was the aim. I say it was the aim. It was literally what my mother said to me.
So on Friday, one of our contestants is going to win this trophy, but every day there's also a special daily prize. On Monday, Al won a delightful House of Games dressing gown. Nish, you chose the House of Games driving gloves. Let's take a look, shall we, at today's prizes. This is what you have to choose between. Oh, a House of Games lamp. There's a water bottle.
Are those binoculars?
Al Murray, yes, they are.
Oh, my. Oh, my
don't even need
goodness
them.
me.
Of Games binoculars.
Oh,
Up
imagine.
for grabs.
Wow.
Suddenly,
What is
someone's
that?
interested.
Is that
What's the one
shoehorn?
second from the right?
Shoehorn.
OK.
So I think Al has his eyes on the binoculars, rather aptly. Golf umbrella, lamp. Who wouldn't want a House of Games water bottle? Please stop writing in. They are not available in the shops. I'm so sorry. Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Shall we play our first game?
Let's do it.
It is rhyme time. We played this before. Here we go, says Al Murray. He knows it's on the buzzer. This is the game where I'm going to ask you 2 questions. Simply the answers to each of those questions rhyme with each other. You need to give us both answers, OK? So fingers on buzzers, everybody. Good luck at home. Here's your first question. Real name of Spider-Man. Host of A Question of Sport. That is Al Murray.
Peter Parker, Sue Barker.
Peter Parker, Sue Barker is the correct answer. Well done, Al. He is quick, to be fair, isn't
No,
he?
and
Very
it's
quick.
annoying because now he's got that first one in and now he's
Yeah.
on a roll.
Yes, we need to undermine him.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's rubbish.
Please do.
There we go, there we go. That's the stuff, Clara.
I did not
Rubbish.
expect smack talk on this show.
Here is your next question. Crystal Palace Football Club's home ground. Famous British tea clipper now moored in Greenwich. That's Nish Kumar.
Selhurst Park, Cutty Sark.
Selhurst Park.
Very good.
Cutty Sark is the correct answer, Nish. Very well done.
I am from South London, so I think I would have been excommunicated if I hadn't got that right.
Can you be excommunicated from South London?
Oh, yeah.
Here's your next one. We've got 2 pictures for you now. What are the rhyming answers here? Who is this and what is this? That is Anneka Rice. What?
Douglas Hurd, lemon curd.
That is the right answer. Woo! I never thought I would see the
Do you know,
day.
it's the snack.
Very well done. Anneka Rice gets a buzzer question.
I've learned how to do it now.
amazing.
Now, let's take a look at the next question. What are the rhyming answers here? 2003 American Civil War drama starring Jude Law and Nicole Kidman. Retro powdered confection in a tube with a licorice stick. That is Nish Kumar.
Cold Mountain,
Oh, yes.
Sherbet Fountain?
Brilliant.
It is right. Very well done, Nish. Absolutely one of those ones where you get half of it and you have to reverse engineer the second
I'm
bit
trying
of
to
it.
think what movie rhymed with Sherbet Dib Dab.
Here is your next question. What are the rhyming answers here? Socialite and star of TV series The Simple Life. England's most capped male football player. Nish Kumar.
Paris Hilton, Peter Shilton.
Paris Hilton, Peter Shilton
Yeah.
is the correct answer. Now we've got a picture and a piece of music. The answers rhyme. Here's the picture, and here's the piece of music.
Don't you know that it's time to get on board and let this train...
Michael Caine, Love Train.
Mate.
That
Wow.
was good.
That right?
That's so good.
Very well played. That was some other level with the song. That was very impressive. Here's your next one. 1993 Disney film about three witches who are resurrected on Halloween. Type of dinosaur that's believed to be the longest land animal that ever lived. Clara
Hocus
Amfo.
Pocus, Diplodocus.
I didn't get that.
It's definitely
Is it Hocus Pocus?
Hocus Pocus, Diplodocus. I love that film.
Hocus
so much.
Pocus, Diplodocus, or as Clara says, Hocus Pocus, Diplodocus. Very well played. Here is your last one. Cricket player appointed English Test captain in February 2017. Humorous term for being completely naked. Clara Amfo.
Someone, Starkers.
Someone Starkers
Yeah.
is your answer.
Someone, Marcus Starkers.
I can open that up to the others. Al Murray.
Joe Root, birthday suit.
Let's take a look. Very well worked out. Joe Root in your birthday suit. Terrific round from everybody there. Anneka.
Oh, no.
That's the
Anneka got a
stuff, isn't
point.
it? How
I know,
about that?
it's
Let's take a
great,
look
it's fine.
at how we stand at the end of that round. 1 point for Anneka. Second place, Clara and Al Murray. Nish Kumar, early leader.
Very strong.
Dark horse, that Nish.
Very well played. Should we play another game?
Yeah.
Let's take a look. What are we playing next? Distinct the average.
here we go.
We've played this before as well. We know this is a pairs game. This is almost my catchphrase, but we have to start with the person in last place, and that person is Anneka. It just happens to have been the case thus far.
Why do you think I keep at the bottom?
You know what? I'm
Because
genuinely
then
wondering.
I get to choose friends.
That's
So it's
clever.
a nice-
That's clever. Who would you like to be your partner?
I'm going to go with my radio.
I think that's a lovely idea. Anneka, if you swap places with Al, we have our pairs. Anneka and Clara, and Al and Nish. What happens now in your pairs? I'm going to ask you a series of questions. If you take out your tablets, please, and you'll be writing down an answer to each of those questions. I will then take the average of each pair's answer, and the pair who's closest to the real answer will win the point. Let's take a look at our first question. Very, very best of luck. 1 point to the winning pair on each one. According to the results of the ZSL London Zoo annual stocktake, published on the 1st of January 2017, what is the total number of animals in the zoo? All the animals in London Zoo, how many are there? If you play this at home, if you've got two of you, write down answers separately, because sometimes the disparities are ridiculous. Has everyone written something down?
No. Come on, Nish.
Nish is changing his mind. Have you got one?
Yeah.
So, according to the results of the ZSL London Zoo annual stocktake, what is the total number of animals in London Zoo? Nish Kumar.
I've put 850, and I've also written "This is hard."
So 850 animals
Yeah.
in the whole zoo.
Yeah.
Have you been to London Zoo?
No.
OK. That's become apparent. We will now team this up with Al Murray's answer.
3,500.
Oh.
Because I'm thinking like a butterfly enclosure, which might
Yeah.
have like 100
Well,
butterflies
so
in it.
one of the scribbled out figures on here was 10,000. And then I panicked and
Realised it
went for
wasn't
850.
Christmas.
Yeah, I realised it wasn't Christmas.
Were you just thinking you're going to say 10,000 for everything?
Yes.
Let's take a look at your average then. Al and Nish have gone for 2,175 animals in London Zoo. Clara Amfo, you've got the look on your face that looks like you put a very, very different answer to that.
I think there are 1,200 animals. in
OK,
London Zoo.
1,200. And Anneka.
I think there's 2,402.
You always do those very specific numbers.
Yeah.
Just to make the maths harder. So your average, Anneka and Clara, 1,801. I wonder if you've gone higher at home or go. I think I would have gone higher. I don't know the answer.
Yeah.
Let's find out. How many animals are there in London Zoo and who's got the point?
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God.
20,166. which means you're only about 19,000 out. So Al and Nish, you get the point. Well done.
Good job. If I'd have put 10,000 there...
Oh, you'd have looked great. It's amazing.
Like an absolute
can you
legend.
imagine? Well done if you got anywhere close to that. Should we take a look at the next one?
Yeah.
Now, according to the Royal Mint, what is the estimated number of £2 coins that were in circulation at the end of March 2016? How many £2 coins were in circulation at the end of March 2016? Does everybody have an answer written down? Anneka, do you have an answer?
Yeah, I do.
That was like an episode of Challenge Anneka there for a minute. We're right up against it. So, Nish Kumar, how many £2 coins are there in circulation?
I have put 120 million.
120 million £2 coins. Al Murray, are you close to that?
100 million.
100 million, you are close to that. Even I can work out the average of that. That's 110 million. Clara,
Oh, gosh.
what have you gone for?
10 million.
10 million. OK, 10 million. Anneka, what have you gone for?
130 million.
130 million. So your average is 70 million.
I just basically thought they'd have to have at least enough for 2 each. The population's 60 million.
That's how they do it. I think we like these. Everyone's going to want 2 of these, I think. Let's see, in March 2016, how many £2 coins were there in circulation?
Oh, wow.
179 million. Once again, Nish and Al, you've been so far away from the actual right answer both times. But, you know, it's not how, it's how many, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't question our methods.
Yeah. Oh, you got methods? Yeah. All right. Let's take a look at your final one in this round. According to the Office for National Statistics, how many newborn babies in England and Wales were given the name Richard in 2015? Very lovely name.
What was happening in 2015 that would influence people to call their kid Richard?
That is some unbelievably great logic.
Has everyone written down an answer?
Oh, gosh, OK.
Nish, how many have you gone for?
I've gone for 500.
500 Richards,
Yeah.
you think? Al Murray.
Oh, gosh.
Well, I've gone for 14,200, which strikes me still as not very many. You don't see Richards anymore. So that's what I'm thinking. Must be a small amount of a large amount.
Yeah.
OK, let's take a look at your average. 7,350. That's a long way from what either of you wrote.
Yeah.
What do you think, Nish? Are you still confident with 500?
No, I've immediately lost confidence in my answer.
My view would be nearer 500 than 14,000,
Oh, really?
I'll be honest, but I don't know the answer. Clara, what have you said? Don't say 4 million. 60,000.
Yeah.
I think we're all right.
I can tell you, actually, if it helps, 2015, there were just under 700,000 babies born. So you're just thinking 1 in 10. Wow. 1 in 10 British babies was called Richard.
That's logical.
One in 5 of the boys, let's say, was called. Anneka, I'm not saying you need to, but have you dragged that answer down a little bit?
I was going to put 3,000, but then I thought, when Clara said there was some event, I thought, yes, there's some event. We just can't quite remember
53,000.
involving Richard.
So your average,
It's high.
Clara and Anneka, was 56,500. I'll be honest, when I saw Nish's answer of 500, I thought he's gone a bit high there. So Nish and Al, 7,350. Anneka and Clara, 56,500 Richards born in 2015. Let's find out how many Richards. 200.
Goodness me.
200.
Wow, you are a dying breed.
Oh, about that. So Nish, that was very, very good.
Yeah.
You two, that was terrible. That was really.
Really bad, really bad.
It was the 256th most popular name in 2015.
Really?
Once again, the point there going to Nish and Al.
Wow.
What a Nish.
Can I just say, Al Murray, no one has ever given such bad answers in a quiz round and got full marks before in history. That's enormously impressive. Before we look at the scores, Anneka and Al, if you go back to your original seats, and let's see where we are at the end of that round.
Oh, wow.
Bad round for Clara and Anneka there. Anneka, you're on 1, Clara 2. Al Murray, 5 points, still in the lead. Nish Kumar on 6 points. Right, come on, Anneka, come on, Clara, this round.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Should we
Okay,
play
what
another
is
one?
this round? What is it?
Shall we find out?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh.
This round is in code. Now, we've taken words and put them in code. OK, it's a very complicated code. We've replaced all the A's with 1, all the B's with 2, the C's with 3, the D's, Anneka,
4.
the E's, Clara,
5.
the F's, Al.
6.
It is 6, you're quite right. I'm going to give you some categories, and I'm going to show you a word or an answer. You just have to tell us what it is.
Okay.
It's fingers on buzzers.
Crikey.
Here's your first one. Fish. What is this fish? A equals 1 and so on. That's a tough starter. It's easier when they've got one. That is Nish Kumar.
Swordfish?
Yeah.
Is it swordfish?
Yeah.
Al Murray thinks it is.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
And it is swordfish. Well done. Well done, well done, Nish. Well done if you got that quicker as well.
I'm totally thrown.
Yeah. He's cracked this round.
Here's the next one.
We're all doomed.
What's this fish? Al Murray.
Guppy.
It is
Yes.
a guppy, Al Murray. 7 equals G, U, P, P, and Y.
I'm still counting.
Here's your next fish. Nish Kumar.
Goldfish?
It's very quick if it's right. It is right, Nish. Well played. Next category. James Bond films. Here's your first one. What's this code? Anybody? Clara Amfo.
Spectre.
That's the right answer, Clara Amfo. Well played. Spectre. Here's your next one. Anneka Rice.
It's wrong. Goldfinger.
It's not Goldfinger, I'm afraid. Nish Kumar.
GoldenEye?
You were so
Yeah.
close, Anneka. It is GoldenEye. Absolutely right.
Well done.
You did all the legwork on that.
Yeah, you did a lot. You did a lot of good work there.
Gold.
I might put an asterisk against one of Nish's points there
Yeah.
because you helped him out a lot. Here's your next James Bond film. What's this in code? Nish.
Octopussy.
Is the correct answer, Nish. Very well done. He's good at this, isn't he? Here's your last category. Olympic sports. Olympic sports. Cheer up, Nish. You've literally got virtually every single point in this film. Mainly helped by Anneka.
Yeah.
What's this sport? Clara Amfo.
Yeah.
It's not Ja, I'm afraid. Nish.
I hate to do this again. It's judo.
It is judo. It is judo, I'm afraid. Oh dear. Ja is someone who's not very good at throwing a javelin.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's your next one. Ooh. We may be some while. Anneka Rice.
Weightlifting.
Oh my
she's good.
goodness.
Oh, my
That's the right answer. Well done. Go on, Anneka. Here is your last one in this round. Which sport is that? Anneka Rice.
Fencing.
It's another correct answer, Anneka. Very well played. At the end of that round, let's see where that leaves us. That was great stuff, Anneka. Anneka and Clara both on 3. Al Murray on 6. A 5-point lead. Nish Kumar on 11 points. In serious danger of taking Al Murray's binoculars away from him at the end of this round. It would be awful to give away a 5-point lead, though. Imagine losing. Imagine, can you imagine?
Yeah, it'd be the most embarrassing thing imaginable.
I would have thought so. Let's see what our next round is going to be. Where is Kazakhstan? Don't panic, we're not going to ask you where Kazakhstan is. It's just simply the name of the round because we're going to ask you where various things are on a map, OK? Closest gets the points. On this round, you need your tablets again, please. This is the map we're going to show you. You recognise the map?
The United Kingdom.
The United Kingdom.
Do I get a point
right.
for that?
Yeah, go on, you can have a point.
It's
Very
the
well
British
taken.
Isles, strictly speaking.
The bit that is actually in black is...
It's the United Kingdom, but
it's
the
the
whole
United
thing's
Kingdom.
the British Isles.
I think a point to Clara and a point to Anneka there for Al's interjection. Look. Here comes your first question. Where is this, please? The highest mountain in the United Kingdom. highest mountain in the United Kingdom. Where is that, please? Everybody put something on their map there. Everyone happy?
Yep.
Nish Kumar, where is the highest mountain in the United Kingdom? What's the highest mountain in the United Kingdom?
I thought it was Snowdonia.
So that's where Snowdon is, in your opinion.
Yeah.
Anneka Rice, so where have you put the highest mountain in the United Kingdom? Just underneath Clara Amfo. Where have you gone?
I'm here.
And really grouping, are you?
Yeah.
Are you joining in the group, Al?
I thought it was Ben Nevis.
Is it Snowdon or is it Ben Nevis? Let's find out. Where is the highest mountain in the United Kingdom?
Oh.
Ben Nevis. Very well played, Al Murray. Point for you.
You all had me thinking, oh, I've got this totally wrong.
Let's take a look at your next one. The site of Britain's first nuclear power station opened by the Queen in 1956. The site of Britain's first nuclear power station opened by the Queen.
Don't know.
Everybody locked in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody is locked in. So the site of Britain's first nuclear power station. Nish Kumar, where have you gone?
Oh.
Interesting.
Preston.
What part of the country are you calling that?
I think it's the northwest, and I think it's Sellafield.
Interesting. Anneka Rice, where have you gone?
Sellafield was the only one I could even think of, I'm afraid.
Where have you put Sellafield? Oh, very close.
On the coast?
Interesting. Clara, where have you gone?
I would like to think it's
Okay.
Leeds.
You think they put the first nuclear power station in Leeds? I think famously they put them in the middle of cities. That is the safest place for them because everyone can keep an eye on them.
Yeah.
Al, let's see where you have gone.
There's that one over near Ipswich, Sizewell.
Interesting. Well, last question. You all went Snowdonia, Al went Ben Nevis.
I'm probably
This
wrong
time,
though on this.
You've gone Sellafield, he's gone Sizewell. Let's take a look. It was Sellafield, and nearest is Anneka. Very well played, Anneka. It's a bit further up the coast in Cumbria. Sellafield. Sizewell, that is roughly where Sizewell is, but not the first one. And yet Leeds, I'm hearing, as yet to have a nuclear power station of its own.
Right.
Here comes your last question in this round. Where is this? The location of the Battle of Stamford Bridge in 1066. What's the location of the Battle of Stamford Bridge in 1066?
Yeah. Oh, I just don't know.
It's a tricky one. As history teachers at home up in arms now because no one's ever been
bad,
listening.
Isn't it?
Has everyone locked in an answer?
Yeah.
Yep.
Excellent. Nish Kumar, where was the Battle of Stamford Bridge according to you? Let's see.
I think it's in Hastings somewhere, but I could not work out where Hastings is.
So you think Stamford Bridge is in Hastings and you think Hastings is in London? That aside, I think that's a pretty good guess. Anneka Rice, where have you gone?
I just felt it was sort of northeast somewhere,
Take a look.
which is exactly northeast somewhere.
Clara, Clara, there's not a little smile on your face. Where have you gone? Let's take a look.
Yeah, there.
Oh, there we go. Sort of like Maidenhead.
Yeah,
That sort of area.
exactly. It's all
Lovely.
happening in Kent.
And Al Murray, where have you gone?
I feel very confident now.
Okay, let's find out who wins the point here.
Oh, brilliant.
How about
Brilliant.
that, Anneka Rice? Well done. That is sensational. Yeah,
Dead
of course,
on.
in Yorkshire in 1066. That was very impressive. Unlucky, Al.
Yeah, no, I mean, well done.
Anneka really clawing it back.
No, but I'm better at the sort of history, geography sort of round. Just can't do all that
Yeah,
stuff.
just the buzzers.
So,
Shall we take a look at the scores leading into our final
Do
round?
we have to?
Clara, 4, Anneka, 6, Al Murray, 7 points. 4-point lead now going to the final round. Nish Kumar. He was 5 points ahead, now he's 4 points ahead.
Yeah, but he's good at this. Next thing, isn't he?
It's all in my head. He's getting in my head.
Yeah. As always, the final round is... Answer smash. You know how this works? Answers have smashed into each other. For example, if I showed you a picture of Nish's face and asked you for a confection consisting of sugar and ground almonds, you would say Nish Kumarzipan. So that's what we do here. 2 answers and they smash into each other. First category is TV chefs. So what will happen is show you some pictures of TV chefs, followed by a clue. Smash them into each other, please. 1 point for a correct answer, 1 point off if you give us an incorrect answer. Nish, you have a 4-point lead to protect. It would be disastrous for you to blow that lead in this last round.
Every part of my body is sweating.
OK, here we go. Tell me the name of the picture and tell me the answer to this clue. Smash them together, please. What was the surname of the scientist who put forward his special theory of relativity in 1905? There's Nish Kumar.
Rick Steinstein.
Rick Steinstein is the correct answer. Well done.
I knew it, and then just as I was about to say it, I was like, that's not correct.
Rick Steinstein. Here is your next one. Which professional football team that plays home games at Elland Road has the White Rose of Yorkshire on its club badge? Al Murray.
Rusty Leeds United.
Is it Rusty Leeds United? It is indeed. Very well done. Here is your next one. Which poem by Keats that reflects on a vase includes the line, beauty is truth, truth, beauty? Nish Kumar.
John to Road to a Grecian urn.
John to Road to a Grecian urn is the correct answer. Very well done. Actually, John to Road on a Grecian urn, but I think it would be harsh for me not to give that to you. Here's your next category. So you see some pictures of rodents followed by the clues. Smash the answers together, please. Who was the 42nd president of the United States of America? Al Murray.
Gerbil Clinton.
Is it Gerbil Clinton? It is indeed. Very well done. Very good answer. They're satisfying when you get them, aren't they? Here's your next one. What type of rock is formed by the cooling and solidification of molten magma? Al Murray.
Guinea pig iron.
Guinea pig iron. Is that correct?
That's wrong.
It is not, I'm afraid. Anybody else? Nobody? Shall we take a look at the answer?
Go on, then.
Did you get this at home? Guinea pigneous.
Yes.
Oh.
Can we give a round of applause to anyone who got that at home?
Yeah.
Here's your next one. What is the English term for the fruit known in French as ananas? Al Murray.
Porcupine apple.
Porcupine apple is the correct answer. Well done. That's a nice one to say, porcupine apple.
Yeah.
And here's your next category. Politicians. What are the answer smashes here? In which BBC TV show presented by Jeremy Vine do contestants take on a team of quiz experts? That is Anneka Rice.
Nick Cleggheads.
It is Nick Cleggheads. Very well played. Here's your next one. Which song was a UK top 5 hit single for Paul McCartney and Wings in 1974? Al Murray.
Ed Miliband on the Run.
Was it Ed Miliband on the Run? It is indeed. Very well played. And that is the end of the show. Did Al Murray do enough in that final round? Let's take a look at today's final scores. Our winner is Nish Kumar by 3 points. Very well played, Nish. 2 days on the trot. What prize would you like from today? Yesterday, you took home some House of Games driving gloves. Today...
The binoculars, that's really cool.
So you're going to go for the House
Yeah,
of
I'm
Games
definitely going
binoculars?
to have the binoculars, yeah.
Nish Kumar walks away with a set of House of Games binoculars. Congratulations. So let's take a look at where our weekly leaderboard stands with 2 days still to go. Anneka has 4 points, Clara 5, 10 points for Al, Nish Kumar in the lead with 11 points. Congratulations. All still to play for, though. Thank you so much for today. I will see you again tomorrow, and I will see all of you again tomorrow on House of Games.